FS17 gameplay videos. I figured what I would do is, since FS19 is around the corner, it is less than 2 months away, I think by like a day. Now obviously, I do have 2 fields. Basically, I figured I would try and play this as close as I can to FS19. So, FS19... Well, there we go. We'll save that. And the way I did that is, now, obviously in FS19 you will be able to start with vehicles. Obviously, I don't have the same vehicles, but you can have the option to start with just, just like literally nothing but money. I'm guessing you'll probably get $200,000 tops. That'd be enough to buy like yourself a small field, maybe lease some equipment. So I figure what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start leasing equipment. Basically, I would sell everything. I have nothing. I have not leased anything. I have nothing but these 2 fields, 95,000. Obviously, I can't choose where I place my animal pens. I can't choose any of that. So that is, pretty much that's all I could do is sell everything and start leasing stuff. So, I figure I kind of, get to play a little bit and just see. It's like, and now I took off most of the mods. I have 2 mods, only 2 mods on, and those are the M500, the Cronin 500. The reason I have this on is because there's something like it coming to FS19 that has been confirmed. It was shown up in one of the trailers. And then I have the dually pickup, which I'll use later on in the game. But yeah, so now there are 2 ways I can do this. As you see, I have no cultivator, I have no sewing machine, I have nothing, so I have to lease equipment. That is what I have to do. So yeah, let's begin. I don't have any overhead. Obviously, I can't choose where like the house goes and all that. But actually, what I can do, I'm gonna do that. What is daily for that? Operating hours 2,000. Days $540. Let's actually lease a pickup, and then we're going to lease this, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that here in just a minute. Why I'm leasing those 2 specific things. Now, eventually, we're actually going to do grass bales, make us some, some pretty quick, easy money. But first, we're going to go placeables, or we're going to place down the lettuce hatchet right here. No, not hatchet. The little lettuce shed greenhouse. So that's that right there. Now we're going to save that. So we're going to go ahead and fill that up. Now, obviously, I would actually, in FS19, I would have more money to start out with. Again, I would guess, because fields are the land, the property is $100,000 to $200,000, and they probably give you an extra $100,000 to $2,000. So you probably have $400,000 tops to spend, which would be buying land. Maybe buying some equipment, leasing some equipment, tractor, machinery, whatever. And then from there, you would, you could do jobs, which, what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to do some jobs, most likely. So, I want to try and not do jobs for other farmers, just to see if I can do it without, because I don't know. Obviously, we will do jobs for other farmers, in 19, when it comes out. That is, for sure. Look, that is rolling down there. So, And that should last us a while. $90 an hour. The reason I bought that is because I said $90 an hour. So actually lasts us a tiny little bit, so we're actually going to just kind of bring that. Let me do this. Yeah, okay, 65,000 almost. Yep, look at that. Alright, now we have to be really strategic here because this is going to cost, every day it's going to cost money. Period. End of story. So, yeah. So now what we need to do is, how much really it cost us $23,000 to lease this equipment right here, so that's what we're not going to do. However, what we do need to do is 70 horsepower for that. Family technology. This requires 70 horsepower as well. So, 80, 25, 99. That's actually 88 horsepower, so it could run motor attacher. Yeah. Reset. Reset. Like I said, no mods on here, so we're actually going to go ahead and release that. Reset. So we're releasing everything for now. And we'll go ahead and release that as well. Now, eventually we're going to release this, but that's $20,000 to lease. So, the great thing is, the reason we didn't release a cultivator or sewing machine or anything like that is because, we don't really need to right now. We have plenty of grass that we can cut and then bale and then sell. And eventually we'll slowly buy this equipment as we get the cash. So, okay, I started keeping it at one speed right now. Unfold that, lower that. We're off to a slow start, but that's okay. Now my guess is we would probably make half, considering there is not going to be a daily vehicle maintenance. We're probably not going to make as much off the bales as we would. So probably make an FS19. We'll probably make about $2,000 per $2,000, $2,500, maybe $3,000 per silage bale. So, and what I find really interesting is if you take a look at the N500, this thing looks, don't look brand spanking new, of course doesn't, but it looks a lot newer than the one we're getting. Maybe that's because, this has mower on the front and the back. It looks kind of old here. It actually is older. It's only, I think, 2015 or something. Yeah, it's 13.2 meters. So, I mean, it's really great. But the great thing is we are getting one Crone, awesomely enough, in the base game for 19. So that is definitely awesome. Yeah, so we'll I actually need to release a much more powerful truck. I don't they're too big, I think. Yeah, these all look pretty much the same. So I think once we, obviously we can't use, obviously we can't use like this case, 1455 XL. We should really use this T6. It's going to cost us $9,000. We'll go ahead and throw in a yes for that. Wheel setup now, standard now. So, still for standard. It's going to cost us $9,000 to reset, but that's okay. 9,000 reset. I'll stop some currency. Great thing is, I can actually, return that. Actually, you wouldn't want to release the wrapper and the bail. You wouldn't want to release the bail collector until you have. Hello there, thank you for joining. We're kind of playing this as we kind of would FS19, basically by starting off with nothing but a little bit of cash. The only mods I have downloaded, which I since the beginning of this video, I'll say it again, is the dually, because we might be getting a dually, I don't know, we're going to really not use that till much later on anyway. We're going to kind of stick to these, because I'm getting these. I'm not using the pickup rodeo because it is a great truck. We are getting an older truck. I guarantee we're getting a newer truck too. So we'll probably get another TC or something like that. I'll probably get both these and then a new one. It'll be like a 1980 something like that. But this doesn't tip over so easily. Has more power and all that. So we're kind of leasing everything. And I also have the big old Cronin 500 because we are getting something like that in the base game. Other than that, we're kind of, I'm trying to basically, kind of remind myself how hard this is going to be to do it this way. But this is my plan for FS19. Because if we do actually get paid a whole lot, and for these things, then well. Then, like in FS19, if we're still getting like the 5,000 for a silage bale, a wrap bale, then I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna test it. And either way, we're gonna do that because that'll probably be the fastest way to make money. But then we're gonna do a whole lot of this because basically I'm gonna get the game as soon as it comes out. I'll be there at the midnight release, and then as soon as I get home, I'm gonna download it and start streaming it. And I want to have done the oats and the cotton before the sun comes up that morning. So I'll have only a few hours, and I also want to try and do the horses. I want to try and explore everything. Pretty much as soon as it comes out, so we can all look at it together. It will be like, super early in the morning for anybody in the U.S. really. So there is that slight factor, but it will happen. I'll go ahead and do another one. We'll wrap both of these. Hello there, thank you for joining. This is basically what I'll kind of be doing in FS19. Is this? I mean, there's not, none of the vehicles and some of the tractors. But I'm not saying that this is, the exact same map, whatever. I only chose this map because I usually know where grass is that I can easily cut without being on somebody's field. Which in the base game, when I go to own nothing to begin with, I am going to buy a piece of land with the field on it, obviously, and that'll have grass around it, just plain and simple. But and I will, of course, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna look to see where. I mean, I'll get to my plan again. But what I'm gonna do when FS19 comes out is I'm gonna start up at least 4 games. I mean, 2 games on each map. 1 game or 2 of the games. Like, I think there's only 2 maps, an like American and then like I think it's like a Mexico map, like a United States map and a Mexico map, or a British map, or I can't remember where the map's gonna be. I know one's American, one's elsewhere. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start up one where we have whatever they're gonna give us. The other one is going to be where we have nothing but money. And of course I will do one where like something that's in between. But I'll only do one of those, so I'll probably do 5. But anyway, and basically what I'm going to do is, we're going to check out what they give us, how much money they give us on each thing, how that, that's one, what land they give us, what properties they give us, buildings, placeables, whatever, where that stuff is located at, if there's any that they've already given us, or if we have to go grind it, buy it, and then we'll see how much they give, how much money they give us. Obviously we start off with nothing but money. That is on the hardest setting. I don't think this thing called hard, if I remember correctly from the blog or whatever they did. But basically, they just give us. We got no land, we got money. That's it. No land, no vehicles, just money. And I'm guessing with that, they're going to give us no more than $400,000 or 400,000, pounds, euros. I'm gonna call it dollars. I'm sorry. That's why I call it dollars. Otherwise, I'm gonna confuse myself. I guess they wouldn't give us more than $400,000. We should just take out no less than $200,000 loan. Don't know if they'll increase the loan amount, but I don't think they'll decrease it by even $100,000. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'd still be able to take out a $300,000 loan. So we should be able to buy a decent field or a decent piece of land. I guess I'll call it a field. And then, doing all that. Anyway, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one of the vehicles, different vehicle on each map, when they give us this money. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look around and see what the what the map looks like. We'll take a little bit of a map tour. We'll explore the map much later on in a much further video, but we're just going to kind of look at the water areas, how easy they are to, back up to and whatnot, because we're going to do horses. Of course, we're going to do horses. Like I said, I want to do oats, cotton, horses, all by the time the sun comes up that morning, which is going to take a long time. Because we know the horse stable costs like $250,000, pounds, euros, whatever, right? We know that for a fact. Alright, we're gonna need a harvester. So, which I'm not gonna do that fun to, start off with nothing and, try and save up everything for, for horses and all that. No, we're gonna start on one where we already have a harvester, we have a tractor. Because at the very least, they're gonna give us a tractor, a harvester, a header, a tipper, plow or cultivator, and a sewing machine. They might give us a weeder, I don't know, I don't think they would, but, but we'll see. So, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to just look to see what's, the best water area is, and then we're going to basically start grinding. We're going to do about half of the crop, like whatever field we get, that they give us is going to be about half crop, maybe less than half crop, oats, and then the other will be grass, so we can make a ton of money. So we'll try some missions here and there. So basically what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's say we have $400,000, dollars, right, let's say they give us $400,000. Alright, the cheapest field we can buy for is $250,000. I'm going to buy that field. I'm not really care where it's at, I'm going to send my flat, decent size. Right, I'm going to buy that. And, right, because that, and that's what I'm going to do. Like, you know, I'm just gonna, like, well, I don't know if I'll, like, we'll see how easy it is to kind of make money. And then, you know, over the next few days, this is what my plan is for the one where we don't have anything but money. Right, this is, you know, it might be a good plan, might be a bad plan, I don't know. But, I'm going to take the 400,000, we'll spend 250,000 on that field. It should automatically have grass going. So, you know, that'll be good, like around the field edge. So, now we go ahead and, you know, that's grass right there. So, we'll mow it, and like we're gonna lease equipment just like we're doing right now. We're gonna lease equipment. We're going to do wrap bales to get us some money. Off what are you doing, buddy? So my charger isn't working 100%. Goofball. Do. Oh, wrong one. I thought I was looking at the mower. That's right. I lifted it. I think we'll go do it around our field, and then we'll go ahead and get a little sewing machine, get that going with the worker. I know some of the stuff I could have super easily bought, but weird. This is It costs about $13,000 to lease all this. Not everybody. Did I lease already? No, they're not. Go to Lisa. I don't really care. Choose the color. Okay, that's everybody. You get in the way. Cute puppy. And of course, the great thing about FS19 is the fact that there will not be any daily vehicle maintenance. I actually have to, I have to worry about that right now, because it is a reality as of right now. But in 19, that's not gonna be reality. So that's gonna be one less thing we literally don't have to worry about, which would be absolutely fantastic. Now I'm not gonna get but $1,000 per bill, or $900 per bill, whatever. I was gonna switch it over to Skull, but I did not care. At that point, it was a little bit of extra money, so hopefully it'll do that. Hopefully it will do that, like what it just did. That would be absolutely fantastic if it just switches it back and forth. Because I love that. don't forget it says like per operating hour. That's it. You know that you're sitting there and it is running. So, so I don't think it counts if you have the engine off. So that's something you wanna. I think that's why I said that. To check on that. So enough minutes tick by slowly when it's at 1 speed, but and that's per in-game operating hour. That's not like real life operating hours either. So. We got 10 bales. That'll just about pay for the leasing of the combine and harvester, and then that's 2 right there. So that's so it's really hard to say. That's one thing that I would definitely buy while you still can. Well, you can only buy it, so maybe I would buy a chance at it. So just while you got that money, because that'll eventually be. So there's a little bit of extra income you can do. So. Now, from what I get in FS19, you can't just go up to any tree and cut it down. I think it has to be on your land, on your property. It would make sense. And I mean, that is absolutely awesome. So. That to 5. Let that just do some more passes. Yeah, I mean, here it's like about $800 and $900 per bale, so about 10, 11, maybe 12 bales will pay for it, but that's it. I mean, that's straw bale, of course. Grass bale is always 5,000. So if it's the same, if we get the price the same, which I can't imagine they would change it. But they probably would kind of even it out a little. They would probably lower it. Like how much you get for bales. By the way. Since there is no daily vehicle maintenance, there is none of that. So. And actually, I think how I want to do this is like when I actually go to, start up the cattle or the sheep or the pigs. Obviously, we can't do horses yet, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of save up like $250,000. I'm going to lease a lot of equipment to get that cost down to about 0. I might make a little more. I'm going to spend, at least $250,000, and then we'll buy, and then we'll buy the area. And of course, that's one just fit for like a max of 15. So, and I don't think they. Well, no, I think they do breed. I think they do breed. I'm pretty sure they do breed. It's the horses that don't breed, so. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do like 14. I know 15 is like the minimum. The smallest one you can get. But maybe we'll do like 14 of whatever animal we're doing for $250,000, and then we'll sell the 15th just to kind of keep it kind of even. So. Hello everybody, maybe call me later. Time to feed you, goofball. Hold on our way. Let's save that, because I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Stay tuned, stay awesome, hit that subscribe button below, leave a like, leave a comment, follow me on Twitter at FS17, and as always, we will catch you later. Thank you all so much for watching.